welcome back to a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire's. I'm gonna be continuing the story today with Night 5 of Story Modes, so if you haven't seen my previous videos, which covers Night 1, 2, 3, and 4, I would definitely encourage you to take a look at the playlist I created of a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire's. It's gonna be linked in the description, and it obviously contains all the videos I made about this amazing visual novel. And something else I would like to point out before I start with Night 5 here is that the game is now available for free. So I'm also gonna have a link in the description for you to download this latest update for free. You don't have to pay anything whatsoever, you just have to download it, and then you can also try out Night 4, 5, and 6. So that's going to be in the video description. Up to you if you want to download this or not. But as far as I'm concerned, like I said, this one is going to be about Night 5, so let's just start without any further ado. And I didn't pick the right one. I should have actually loaded the save file. There you go. That's what I wanted to do. Yes, I'm sure of it. So last time, I of course completed Night 4. I had a wonderful time with Chiku. It really gave me a chance to learn a lot more about her character in this universe, so it was a pleasant time. And now, well, we're going back to the apartment, and we're getting ready for another day at the nightclub, so let's just jump right back in the story. When I get back to my apartment, I find that it's been thoroughly clean. Dishes, clothes, carpet, everything has been tidied up. Zero's also waiting for me on the bed. That's something we also saw in the previous night. Zero has become a roommate of sorts. So, funny enough, Zero's already out in the nightclub, and now we have a hot ghost for a roommate. I'm sure a lot of you would also like that in real life, so let me know in the comments. And there she is! Welcome home! I hope you don't mind, but I got bored and wanted to clean. I'm starting to like Zero a lot. I'm really starting to like Zero. I don't mind in the slightest. Thank you so much for taking care of that. Do you want to cuddle or do something else? God dang. Ghost waifu right here. Ghost waifu. What should I do? Cuddle with Zero? Research on my own? Or cuddle and research magic with Zero? Well, that kind of seems to be the best of both worlds now, doesn't it? You get to do a little bit of research, but also cuddle at the same time. So a part of me wants to go with this option here, so I'm gonna save beforehand in case anything bad happens. So let's see what happens if we choose this. Why not cuddle and research? I want to look up paranormal stuff, and having you chip in would be an immense help, of course, of course. She's in a really good position to know about this stuff. Okay. With Zero spooning against me in bed like a jetpack, I start my journey into the paranormal on my phone. Zero helps by pointing out what she thinks is valid information while also dismissing any truly crackpot theories. There's always a lot of that when it comes to the paranormal. Most of the information I gain sinks in, though it's hard to focus with squishy cold mounds pressed against my back and Zero's breath on my nape. I think I understand how Zero created the plushie doll that I've brought home. By embedding part of herself into plushie form, she anchored herself to the mortal plane. We're starting to learn about the lore of Zero here. I don't know whether that part was a real body or part of her animatronic form, but Zero tells me that it doesn't matter. So long as the subject is willing when you create such a doll, their spirit can bounce between their body and their doll at will. So, the doll, like I theorize during Night 4, is incredibly important for Zero. There are also ways to bind someone into a doll unwillingly. But you would be no better than Smith if you did that. That's right. We're trying to be a better man than Smith here. Let's not forget that. I nod in agreement, not voicing the dark thought of putting Smith into a doll so he can get a taste of his own medicine. That'd be interesting. That'd be a very interesting ending, if we can do that. That thought falls away as I get truly comfy and content in Zero's arms before nodding off. 9 hours later, I get up to find that Zero's no longer in my apartment. Rather, her plushie is on the bed where she once laid, along with a note. Call me if you need me. Yeah, we do have the phone number of Zero. Remember not to get too pent up, otherwise the girls might pounce on you during the night. Just repeating very valuable advice in this visual novel. Do not get too pent up. You need to let out the tensions, very important. When I check my phone, I see that I've received a text from Chiku while I was asleep. Well, you better respond. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're slacking. You're slacking. Don't make Chiku wait. That's rude. There it is. There it is. I'll need that phone number too, by the way. Here's something for you to what? Whatever comes next, I'm afraid I'll probably have to censor it. Let's see. Oh, it's not too bad. It's actually pretty tame. Not gonna lie, I, don't even know if I've got to censor this. Maybe the upper part, but the rest seems to be fine, so it's not all that bad. It's not all that bad. It's really tame, actually. But still, a lovely gift from Chiku. I'm looking respectfully. I am looking respectfully. And you should too. Well, that was nice of her. The question is, do I act on her photo? Chiku's making me act up? Jesus Christ, bruh. I'd rather choose no here. I'm gonna save there. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You must resist the urges of your body. At least the horny ones. I channel that energy into working out instead. There you go. There you go. That's a lot more productive. I'm proud of you. Afterwards, I hop into the shower, then head off to the nightclub right on time. Though that decision might come back to bite me in the ass. Remember how Zero keeps repeating, don't get too pent up, don't get too pent up? Well, that choice here might lead to a game over, so we'll see. And here we go, night 5. Tonight, there's a light rainstorm moving through the area. No thunder or lightning, but enough wetness to require an umbrella. Interesting choice of words. And thank goodness it's not too bad, because let's not forget, Chiku is really scared of thunder and lightning, so we don't want that. When I let myself into the club, the sounds of the girls practicing on stage hits my ears. Oh, we got the whole squad right here. Bonfi's jamming out on their guitar, while Chiku is backing up Frenni's vocals. She's a singer too? Chiku's also a singer? That's amazing! Dude, we're gonna need, like, seriously, we'll need an actual performance where we can hear both of them sing. I need to hear that. I'm sure it would be phenomenal. Fixa's in the back, not doing much, just being Fexa, I suppose. No. To be fair, she is doing stuff, providing electric keyboard and dancing elements. Although, funny enough, she refuses to dance in Fat Nights at Frenni's. Whenever you set her up on stage, Fexa just doesn't want to dance, so I guess she's a bit more fun in this universe. The girls all smile when they notice me, but keep practicing as I head for the security office. Can we just listen to them for a little bit? I would have loved to listen to them. As I expected, there's a task list waiting for me next to the laptop, I should say. Number 1, ensure the animatronics practice their new songs and dances. We'll get to listen to them, after all. Number 2, prepare pizza dough for the day's shift. And number 3, replace broken camera watching the VIP area. And number 4, restock the bar's vodka. And 5, of course, as always, do not mess with the animatronics. Pretty straightforward list, all things considered. In any event, I might as well knock out the first task since the girls are already practicing. I scurry back to go sit at the bar while the girls wrap up their current song. Much like my second night here, Frenni points in my direction and announces into the microphone, "Let's practice that song, girls." Whatever song that is. Bonfi adjusts her guitar, and Fexa turns a few knobs on her keyboard, then both start belting out dark synth tunes as Frenni steps forward to sing. I'm not going to sing this, by the way. I'm going to spare you that. just imagine Frenni singing in your head, if you can. Just try and do that, okay? That's what I'm going to do personally. She's also trying to send us a message with those lyrics, I feel like. There's no way these lyrics aren't targeted at me. They just have to be. The song wraps up after the fade out. I rise, clapping as the girls take a bow. I'm glad you all enjoyed that one. You've been a wonderful crowd tonight. Any requests from the audience? Sing what you want, girls. I'm just here to supervise. They all look at one another. Frenni winks before all of them nod as one. I guess they pretty much already had their mind made up as to which song they're gonna play now. Bonfi starts strumming a cool, relaxed, mellow beat, while Fexa abandons her keyboard to go be a backup dancer with Chiku behind Frenni. So now you're telling me both Fexa and Chiku are dancing. God, I wish that was animated. Really wish we had an animation here. She blows a kiss directly at me as the stage lights dim. When the lights come back up, the girls aren't there anymore. I really need to figure out how they're getting away so quickly and quietly like that. It's rather impressive for giant robots like them. Still, I got 2 serenades and got to see some of them strip. That's a win in my book. It's a win in my book too. Guess that means I've got some other tasks to do. I'm gonna be strategic with this one. So I'm gonna choose to restock the vodka, replace the camera, and at the very, very end, I'm gonna prepare the dough. The reason I'm doing this is that NightFox talked about a possible extra scene with Chiku, and I think that's gonna pay off and get me that scene if I choose this order. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I got it right in other save files. You'll see. You'll see. Just stay tuned. The vodka restocking is easy enough. I take extra care not to drop or damage any of the expensive bottles worth more than I'd make in a year. Why Smith trusts me to do such a job is confusing, but so is everything else about this job. The only benefit is that I get to see a little more of the girls' performances once they return to the stage. Little typo. They finish up right as I do at the bar. Chiku and Bonfi head towards the staff area, while Fexa and Frenni approach me directly. Have fun watching, Mr. Black? Yeah, that was one hell of a show. A ton, yeah, between everyone singing and the dancing, I wish I had another set of eyes. Nah, that was nothing special. I've done better before. Well, it was stimulating. What are you girls going to do now? That depends on you, Mr. Black. You're supposed to watch us perform tonight, and I'm feeling particularly stimulated. But we can't. Nothing says you can watch us two go at it. I think she's onto something. Tempting, oh so tempting, but I feel like Smith would still yet at me, even if that's a loophole. Oh well, come on, Fexa, let's go have some fun. Well, so much for that. Frenni slaps Fexa's ass and starts to pull her away. Fexa looks at me as if to say, save me, before she accepts being dragged elsewhere. Who would have thought that Frenny's the top in this relationship? I thought for sure Fexa would take the lead, but sure doesn't seem that way. Alright, which task should I tackle next? Like I said, I'm going to replace the camera. Next on my list of nightly tasks is to replace that camera watching the VIP area. By the time I finish with the new camera, the girls are back performing. I watch them for a bit from upstairs until my phone vibrates in my pocket. When I check, it's the same mysterious blocked number that's left me another cryptic message. We still don't know who that is. We really have no idea who this guy is. You aren't listening. I keep trying to help, but you aren't listening. Well, you're being really cryptic. Why aren't you listening? Perhaps I should prove how serious I am. Sounds like a threat right here. You need to quit your job now before it's too late. You think he won't do that to you too? What should I do about these texts? Should we text Zero and see if she can help us out? Should we try and reply? See what happens then? Or should we just simply ignore the messages? I'm gonna save once again. And, I'm gonna save right here. Let's go ahead and text Zero. We're better, on friendly terms with Zero, so let's see if she can help us out. I know of one individual that might be able to help with this situation. Zero. Zero's gonna haunt that guy. Hey Zero, I've been getting some weird texts from a blocked number. The same guy as the last few nights, I think. Can you do anything with your ghostly powers? I have found him, though. That was quick. That was quick. I'm pretty sure that was the right call to make at this point. Zero was so quick to find him. He's Sawyer Peck, the night guard before you. Well, that's a silly name. That's an incredibly silly name. Sawyer Peck? Actually, hold up. I get it now. I saw your peck. Want his address? I mean, do I want his address? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do, Zero? I'm gonna dox him on YouTube. We all know nothing's gonna happen now. For all those who've been following the latest YouTube drama, you know it's totally fine to do it. Yeah, sure. You know what? Just send it to me. Or should I convince him to leave you alone? Oh, that is also rather tempting. That is also rather tempting. Get Sawyer Peck's physical address and actual number, or have Zero deal with Sawyer Peck. I'm curious to see what would happen if Zero deals with him. Let's have Zero deal with him. Can you make him stop without hurting him? Hey, if you gotta hurt him, you gotta hurt him. It is what it is. Physically, sure. Mentally, he's already pretty far gone. So I can tell, just don't mess him up too much more, okay? Okay. Alright, thank you, Zero. I appreciate you. With that handled, I return to my nightly duties. And there she is! There she is! The one and only Chiku. And like I said, I believe that's what NightFox was telling me about. We're talking on Discord, and he said there was like a special scene with Chiku. I think this is it. Chiku was right about Smith adding pizza stuff to the list, now that I know about the hidden pizzeria. I recall which switches to toggle for the backstage lift and descend into the basement. To my surprise, Chiku is already down here working on the pizza dough. Fancy seeing you here, Chiku. Oh, hi, Josh. I saw that Mr. Smith tasked you with prep work and thought I'd help out. That's incredible. She's so incredibly nice. That's very kind of you. Thanks for the assist. Don't mention it. Part of the reason so much dough needs to be prepped is because I had a few pizza parties during the day shift. People really like our pizza, even though it costs a bunch. It's easy to persuade them to buy it. Once again, pardon my French brain for butchering the English language. Especially if I offer to hand feed it to them. Hand feed it to them! I'd like to take part in those events. I wink and move to one of the adjacent prep stations. I can imagine why more time with you is a blessing. Chiku grins from ear to ear as we both tackle making pizza dough. She wasn't lying. With how much we have to prep, the club must go through an army's worth of pizza during the day. What can I say? Chiku makes the best pizza. And that's the truth right there. She just makes the best pizza in the world. The good news is that the work is simple, albeit time-consuming. That gives me time to chat it up with Chiku. So, what's your favorite kind of pizza? That's actually a great question. That is a really good question. What is your favorite pizza? Probably Supreme or classic pepperoni. You? Anything with garlic and cheese gets my vote. Oh, come on now. Garlic? What are you, Wario? What is this? At least he didn't say pineapple, and there it is. Even pineapple? We're gonna start this debate again. We don't talk about heresy like that. Not in the open. We're not gonna bring up pineapple on pizza. We both share a laugh before I move on to another topic. Any juicy or funny stories from working here? Let's see. There was that one time Fixa accidentally switched her keyboard to high BPM during a performance. It was a slow song too, so suddenly hearing 200 BPM thudding out got everyone laughing. Frenni, Bonfi, and I all leaned into it. Though soon, we were dishing out high-energy polka. I remember the audience really loving that, even if Mr. Smith wasn't entirely thrilled. Outside of that, the only other tidbit I can share is about meeting the pizzeria chef. Which should be you, by the way. Like, you're obviously the best chef in the entire building. When I first came down here, he was furious in French. A danger. Are you talking about me? Is that a jab at me? What is this? It was furious in French. I can just imagine like Chiku going down the basement, ready to help out in the kitchen, and then you just have this guy there. C'est qui? Un poulet qui va venir m'aider à faire la cuisine? Je comprends rien. He was probably mostly confused, I think. The French chef probably was mostly confused. I can imagine what he say / do. Yeah, what did the chef actually do? He threw dough balls at me, saying that the robots have no place in his kitchen. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be me, man. That wouldn't be me. I sure as hell wouldn't say that. And I wouldn't speak like that either, alright? I might be French, but I don't have, like, the stereotypical French accent. At least I hope I don't. You can tell me in the comments if I do or not, but, you know, I've been working my entire life on making sure I don't have that accent. It took a lot of practice to make sure I don't. He changed his tune, though, when Mr. Smith stepped out from behind me and got smacked in the face with dough. Oh dear. I bet Smith wasn't thrilled with that. Let's just say the chef was notably less hot-blooded from then on out. Understandable. I'll note not to throw dough at Smith if I ever see him. That's probably a good idea. After another round of laughter, I press on with a couple more questions while we finish up. Do you have a favorite animal by chance? It's another good question. Probably a peacock. They're so colorful and pretty. What about you? What is he gonna say? Wolves get my vote. Freaking typical furry shit right here. Josh Black is a furry confirm. Dragons, if we include mythical beasts as well. Nah, he's definitely a furry. Definitely a furry. That's like the go-to answers for furries. Dragons are pretty cool. Too bad they aren't real. You gonna cry about it, Josh? I know, it's a shame. Looks like we're getting to the last of it, so one more question. What's your favorite genre of music? Easy. Synthwave and lo-fi. They're my favorite to listen to and perform. Makes sense, I like a wide variety of genres, though I tend to pick and choose individual songs rather than specific albums and artists. Okay. Weird. That just means you have a discerning musical palette. Maybe. And there we go. Last ball is ready. Thanks for your help, Chiku. Don't mention it. I'm always happy to help. God, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I really like this little moment with Chiku. Once all my tasks for the evening are complete, I have some time to myself. Now I might as well get some research in. I'm gonna go ahead and research local missing persons a little bit more. Let's do that. If I can figure out who the girls used to be, I might gain some insight on how to free them. At the very least, I can give them back to their identity. So, let's just research that. And the shift comes to an end. I've made it through another night somehow. Yeah, that's it. That's it for night 5. Personally, I feel like that one went by pretty quickly. But that's not everything I wanted to show when it comes to night 5. You're probably questioning what's up with my YouTube title or my YouTube thumbnail, because there's most likely a shark in the thumbnail and a mention of the shark in my title. So, where is that shark? Back to the game here. You're gonna see that not much has changed until this point, where you go to the nightclub, you take a look at the gals, and boom, look who it is. Look who it is. The shark, the elusive shark called Lexi. Then there's Lexi on the drums, jamming out as hard as the rest of them. And she has an incredibly good design. I have to say, 10 out of 10. Her design is absolutely flawless. It's really interesting. Wait a second, Lexi? Who's Lexi? There's clearly a shark animatronic on stage, but I've never seen her before now. Yet, I know her name. How is this possible? Is she the 5th animatronic Smith was working on? Yeah, that's gotta be it. This is either her debut night or practice for such. I must have seen her name somewhere in the club already. Right? Whatever the case may be, the girls all smile when they notice me, but keep practicing as I head for the security office. But that's not all there is to it when it comes to Lexi. There's also a separate scene, which is where I'm trying to get. So, hold up. There was a mention of Lexi there too. Strange that there's no mention of Lexi in the note, or anywhere within the laptop files. Maybe Smith hasn't gotten around to making it official yet. Lexi is such a difficult character to find that even Smith, even Smith might not have seen her. That's insane. That's insane. So, yeah, they're gonna sing again. I don't think there's gonna be anything new. Alright, so the girls are done with their performance. There wasn't anything new added to that part of the game, but this is where it gets interesting. If we go ahead and restock the vodka, we'll have a chance to talk to Lexi the Shark, the mysterious animatronic. The vodka restocking is easy enough, blah blah blah, we've all seen that before. And this is where it gets interesting. Speaking of confusing, I see Lexi approaching. Man, all that practicing makes for a thirsty shark. Get me a rum and coke while you're back there. My personal favorite too. We already have that in common. Sure, but you're an animatronic. You can't get thirsty and drinking doesn't do anything for you. It's all about the experience, plus it gives me time to talk to you. And it gives me time to talk to you. Don't think I didn't catch you staring at me up on stage. I grunt, fix her a drink, then slide it across the bar to her. Here you go, and if you must know, I was staring because you're new to me. New? But you met me your first night here, don't you remember? Us chatting in the security office? What? I really don't remember that. I start to answer no when a surge of memories comes to mind. I just had finished restocking the bar with that raspberry liquor. When I came back to the security office, Lexi was there waiting for me in my chair. From there, things get fuzzy. I recall us having a conversation, but for the life of me, I can remember what it was about. What in the world is going on? Should I confront Lexi? We should, yeah, we definitely should. Let's ask what just happened. I definitely didn't have those memories before I talked to Lexi. Is this some advanced form of gaslighting? I decided to confront Lexi about this. Did you just mess with my memories somehow? I do have that effect on people, sadly. What kind of paranormal bullshit is this? I'm gonna have to talk to Zero about that. Maybe Zero is well informed about Lexi. Even Mr. Smith doesn't remember making me at times, to say nothing of how many times I have to introduce myself to the other girls. I wonder why that is. Probably because Mr. Smith made me too well. I was designed to be alluring, yet forgettable. That way when customers came in, they'd see me for the first time every time. That means they spend more money trying to impress the new girl. The problem is that I'm too forgettable. The magical wards Mr. Smith put on me are overly effective. She's everything but forgettable. I swear to God. I sure as hell won't forget about Lexi the Shark now. Like, her design, like I said, is so incredibly cool to look at. And she seems like a fascinating character to, learn more about. I won't forget her. Next thing you know, next video I record, I'm like, yeah, who's Lexi the Shark again? Maybe it's gonna work on me too. I should be scared. Sorry, did you just say magic? I did, yes. How do you think all the animatronics work? We're not purely tech, you know. Or, well, you don't know. This is the second time we've had this conversation, after all. You'll probably forget all about this the moment I leave the bar, just like last time. I can tell if she's messing with me or being genuine. She seems earnest enough, but should I trust her? I do. I do believe Lexi. Let's say I believe you. How do I stop forgetting you? I'm glad you asked. You just have to leave mementos for yourself. Okay, like, I can take pictures of you. Oh, jeez, sorry, I clicked too fast. That, or you need to figure out a proper ward to put on yourself that counteracts mine. Though that might be difficult, given that Mr. Smith hasn't even managed that despite being a skilled necromancer. What's up with that guy? Will Smith is out of control, I tell you. The casual and matter-of-fact way she's dropping comments about magic is utterly strange. I want to believe her, but it's akin to telling someone that the sky is red, or that they've been blind all their life. Is there nothing else I can do besides leave myself notes? You might be able to find something that will help in a certain curious store, probably. I've heard good things about the witch who runs the place, despite Mr. Smith swearing she's not to be trusted. That's opening the door to a brand new character to be added to the game. We'll probably see yet another animatronic in the next update. Here, pull out your phone, take a picture of me, then add a note with my name and the following address. I do as she asks. The address she gives me is for a shop in the Little Korea district of the city. Guess I can go there after work. Thank you, Lexi. I'm gonna do my best to not forget about you. I love that, but I'm also a realist. Maybe once you defeat my wards, we'll have a proper conversation. For now, thank you for the drink. She leans across the bar, pecks the side of my cheek, then walks away with her tail swishing. I watch her until she disappears into the staff area. At that point, I remember I still have to finish stuck in the bar. And, yeah. I think everything we get after that, we've seen before. So I'm just gonna, like, quickly go through it. Actually, look at that. Chico doesn't show up. Chico doesn't show up in this route. Which is rather depressing, honestly. That's kind of sad. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of bummed out now, so I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue with the other one where I did talk to Chiku and we had a merry old time. But that's really gonna be it for Night 5. Like, this is everything I wanted to show you guys, and I feel this video is long enough as it is, so I'm gonna go back to the main menu. And, I'm gonna ask you to stay tuned, because we still have one more night to take a look at, Night 6. And I don't think Lexi shows up in Night 6. From what NightFox was telling me, the game dev, Lexi only shows up during Night 5. So we've seen that. It was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool to see a brand new animatronic. Night 5 was also pretty cool because we got to learn some more stuff about Chiku. We got to learn what her favorite animal is, what her favorite type of pizza is. So the more we learn about Chiku, the better. And we also got a really interesting text message from Chiku. Hopefully we're going to get a lot more in the future. But yeah, that was Night 5 of a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire. The game just keeps getting better and better. It's always a pleasure to play this. And I hope to see you for Night 6. And once I'm done with Night 6, that's going to complete the latest update of this game. So, yeah, there's just one more big video coming your way, and maybe possibly another extra video where I go over some of the stuff I might have missed during Night 4, 5, and 6. That's also a possibility, but, I don't know. Like, the only thing I can guarantee is that, yes, there will be another video of Night 6 after this. So, yep, be sure to get the game if you've enjoyed this. NightFox, like I said, published the game for free on itch.io if you want to download it. You can also support NightFox on Patreon to get the updates as they are ready to be uploaded, to get the updates before anyone else. You can, of course, join the Great Legions Discord server to talk about this game or talk about all kinds of different things. And you can support me on Patreon, too, to get access to the uncensored footage and to get to see my videos before they're uploaded on YouTube, of course. And those are all the plugins I had to do. So, with that, I'm going to wish you a good evening or a good day, whatever time it is on your side. You guys take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for Night 6 of a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire. So definitely stay tuned for that. But until then, as always, take it away.